Hey guys, so before watching this video, if you have not seen my top 10 personal most wanted FCs video, I would recommend watching that one because there's going to be a couple spoilers from that in this video, and it would give a better understanding of how absolutely crazy last night into today, so August 7th of 2021 into August 8th, 2021, actually was for me. So yeah, if you could just do me the favor, give that a quick watch, and then come back to this video, that'd be awesome. If you already have seen the video, well, let's go ahead and jump into it. So yesterday, I legitimately think that I had the craziest Guitar Hero / Clone Hero day ever. I've been playing for it'll be 13 years this fall, I believe. Actually, no, 14 years this fall, because I started in 2007. So, yeah, over that near 14-year span, nothing, in my opinion, comes close to what I did yesterday. We'll go ahead and start with this here, the Time Requiem solo medley. I got a -10. This run was crazy to me because there's a section not quite at the end, probably about 60-70% of the way through, where it's got some I guess it would be chimneys. It's like, yeah, I guess it would be chimneys. It's got some zigs and then a single note above it. That whole section with that, and then there's some fast quads and trips in there, mostly quads. I FC'd that whole thing. First time I've ever done it. A -10 on this medley is pretty insane. It's something that I may look into FCing in the future. So that for me was pretty ridiculous. So moving on from there, guitars that ate my brain solo medley. This is a crazy medley. I will never FC it. My friend Tress, if you guys haven't seen him, you should definitely subscribe. I might leave a link in the description to his channel. He is extremely close to FCing this, and this song is just insane. If you haven't played it, definitely give it a play. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I had a really solid run when I played it yesterday. Just my hands were feeling really good. One-handing was pretty much on par. I think maybe in the future I could do a little bit better, but yeah, that's just a part of what made yesterday really cool. Got a -3 on the Megadeth solo medley. Again, another one where it was a really solid run. I actually really should have FC'd it. I missed right at the end of Sudden Death. I had a -2 right at the end. It was like the last two notes, and then I missed another note somewhere. But realistically, I could have FC'd it, and that would have been a pretty nice one. So yeah, just something else I did yesterday that was really cool. Yesterday into today. Now this this one I'm especially happy with. Let me pull up the image for myself here. Just, yeah, I got 99%. You guys be able to see that it's a little it's smaller on my end, but yeah, I got 99% on this one, and I one-handed the entire run. The entire run. The note streak that you see there was from how do you pronounce that? Ridiculosis, or however you pronounce that, all the way to the end, one-handed. I could not believe it. There were things I was hitting in this run that I did not think I was physically capable of doing. So yeah, that was pretty insane. But that's not what made yesterday so crazy. So if you have seen that video, the top 10 personal most wanted FCs, yesterday I managed to nearly FC 2 of them, and I actually did get one of them. And the 2 in question are top 5 on that list. So I have a new best FC. Those who on Twitter, if you've seen that I posted, or in the Demigod Gang Discord server, you guys know exactly what it is. But I'm gonna share with you what that FC is. I'm very excited. New best FC. In my opinion, it knocks even the Underworld solo medley out of the park. It's still surreal to me that I managed to get it. But before we get into that, I want to show a run that I had of Suspension, which is number 5 on that list. This run, nerves. Again, let me pull it up here. I actually had two really good runs of suspension, one of which I missed. The 30% mark of this is the hardest part of the song. The reason being is because really from when it starts the sweeps up until that point, your hand almost gets no break. You are just constantly moving. So it's very endurance heavy, and that part is very fast. It's a lot trickier than the parts that precede it. So getting an FC past that and then holding your composure for the rest of the song is very difficult. So I wouldn't call this my worst choke ever, because I was about halfway through the second to last solo. There was still one more solo after where I missed. But still, very crazy run. I did not expect it. I haven't, up until really yesterday, I was not feeling it with the song. I really didn't have the endurance to push through, but I did multiple runs of this yesterday, and that was kind of the highlight run. Did not beat my high score, but as far as how far in the song I got, by far the best run of suspension I've had. But even if I FC suspension, and I think I can get it, I think I can, it still will not be my best FC, which would be what I'm about to show you. The next three images, it's going to spoil what it is, but I am happy to tell you guys that I FC'd the number 3 song on my top 10 most wanted FCs, a song that I did not actually think I could get. I thought it was just too hard. It was too difficult. If you want to see the difficult parts of the song, I would recommend playing it for yourself. It's crazy. As far as I know, there's only 3 FCs of this. Lilith FC'd the song, and Rob GH, he FC'd the song, and then myself. There may be others, but I haven't found any documentation of anybody else FCing it. It's not like, you know, top players couldn't get the FC without too much effort, but for me, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. I've been working on the song for probably 2 months ish, maybe not quite 2 months, but after I made the video, I started working on the album, and slowly I got better and better runs, and I had a lot of runs with 4K note streaks. Lots of runs. I had a couple with 5K note streaks, and yeah, yesterday, actually these were today, probably about 8 hours ago. So this was the first run that I want to show you. This one I missed 2 notes. They were all in solo 1C of The Force of Courage, which is the longest part of the song. In my opinion, it's actually not even the hardest part. On an FC run, probably, because there's a very fast sweeping with some quads and trips in there that's very tricky, especially on an FC. The Voice of Grievous Cry is actually probably the hardest part of the song, but that's about 2.5K notes in. So it's much earlier in the song. But anyway, yeah, I missed 2 notes in here, and the run after this one, I proceed to miss in the same exact place. So I was not too happy. So I then, not too long after, had this run. This one, the note miss count is higher. However, I made it to Chain of Distress Solo A, which is after a whole bunch of solos preceding it, including the entire Force of Courage solo section, which is like 1,500 notes. I missed pretty much near the beginning of Solo A. And yeah, it was a little heartbreaking. After I missed there, I almost didn't finish the run. That's why my miss count is fairly high. I just was like, you know what? I want to document this. I've got plenty of other pictures. I could make a compilation of the pain that I went through with this song. But anyway, I decided to finish the run, and yeah, very nice note streak. Terrible miss. I ended up changing my method where I missed, and not too long after that, I managed to FC it. I still can't believe that I did this. I can't believe it. I do apologize for not having a video. This computer, it's 8 years old. I think it might actually be slightly older. I got it used, barely used back in 2013. And whenever I record, I can still record, but with this song, you know, knowing that it was going to be my best FC ever, if I managed to pull it off, I did not want to risk frames, so I did not record. Along the same vein, I'm not saying that I'm retiring or quitting or anything like that, but I am reaching a point where there's not much left for me. When I made that list of the top 10 most wanted FCs, obviously there are songs on there that I want to get, but realistically, I'm not going to complete that whole list. There's probably a list I have like 30 songs right now that I'd like to get, and most of them I probably won't. And that's just realistic for me. If something happens to where this controller that I have is no longer functioning at all, I am probably done. That's probably going to do it, because I don't want to keep spending money on a hobby that I have effectively done pretty much everything I've wanted to do at this point, especially with this FC. Even if I get suspension, which originally was going to be my final FC, even if I get suspension, it's not going to be as good as what I just did. Just being realistic, I don't think there's anything out there for me that I can top. I don't think I can top this. I think this might be my final, like, best FC. I'm gonna wait until Carpal Tunnel Hero 3 comes out, because there could be a new challenge for me that maybe is better than this one that I feel I can conquer. But I'm almost 30. I'm getting to the end of being able to put enough effort into this game to reasonably knock out something that's harder than this. With the full-time job that I have now, I barely had time to work on this FC. It honestly is a miracle that I got it, because I can't sit down and grind FCs anymore. I can't do it. At least not for long periods of time. There are times where I can sit down, but a lot of days I'm just tired. I love the job that I'm working. I really do. It's definitely the start of my career, but it's hard to actually try to do really cool, great things in this game anymore. And so, yeah, not saying that this is like my last hurrah, but it may very well be. I'm still going to try to get suspension and some other things on that list, but if the controller breaks, or I just no longer have time to play the game, period, I can feel great about what I've accomplished in the game. I am extremely happy, and if this is what I go out on, what a high note to go out on for me. This is an FC I never thought I would get. Under the Force of Courage solo medley, just never thought. But yeah, that's going to do it. Kind of went on a little bit longer, but I wanted to just, really fully explain why yesterday into today, August 7th, 2021 into August 8th, 2021, probably about a 5-hour window or so, was the best Guitar Hero / Clone Hero session I've ever had in my life. So yeah, with that said, I'll see you guys around. Take care.